That looks worse. I'm so hot. Welcome back to the inaugural episode of Redesigning Logos. So, today we're going to be redesigning Facebook's logo. It kind of occurred to me that it's sort of a boring logo, nothing special or interesting about it. Like if you were to pitch this logo to someone, they'd be like, well, what the fuck? You know, this is Facebook's logo. So, that's what we're going to do. And I guess we'll just jump into it. Welcome to the sketch pad. I'm going to brainstorm some things as to what I think the logo should represent, what Facebook as a brand is kind of about. Facebook. It's called Facebook, which is this very metaphoric name, but then its logo doesn't really like have anything to do with a book or like faces at all. Also, side note, this is not the fucking Facebook logo. That is just way wrong. Like, that's not the right color. I think we got enough there to start off with. Kind of some of my inspiration. I'll probably scan that in and throw it up on screen. Maybe I'll have a look for some ideas on the old Pinterest, see what we can come up with. Let's go tech logos. Don't really like any of these, to be honest. 3 followers. Very good, very good. Alright, I'm ready. Sketch time. Right off the bat, this idea that I had was like, what if the side of a book, when you see all the pages kind of flayed out, what if I could kind of make that look like the profile of a face? I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll see if I can try it. Mr. Moo. I'm trying to film a YouTube video. Don't fuck with me, Misty. So we kind of got the bottom layer of them. You probably can't see shit. Can you see shit? Probably not. Maybe I should just get right up there. God. Yeah, I think this is gonna work better. At this stage, I'm just trying to like draw shit and not actually make a logo out of it. Alright, let's just try drawing a good face in profile and we'll go from there. Alright. Voila. But there's kind of too much undulation in that for that to work in that context. Maybe I should have a real simplified face like that. Oh, there we go. Someone's done it. See, that's what it would need to be like. I'm gonna abandon that page because fuck that page. You've been nothing but trouble all day. She's attacking my leg. Ah! Alright, I think I'm gonna turn you off for a bit so that I don't have to edit 4 hours of footage. What is crack-a-lackin'? So I've spent the last couple hours sketching a bunch. I was spending ages trying to get like the perfect face silhouette so that I could sort of use that somehow. And I arrived at this little thing there. And so anyway, I'm sort of liking wherever that is going. Whew. Well, let's grab some tracing paper and jump over the top. You know, it doesn't make a lot more sense for me to record me sketching from that side with the camera, because like when I'm sketching here, I'm like blocking whatever I'm sketching, so you can't even see what it is. There we go. What can we do? No. So I had the thought that maybe I could sort of make the mouth by kind of having like a little split in the pages of the book. But I feel like that's gonna look really Joker-esque, like his mouth is just like slit all the way up the side. I like how I was like saying how you'd be able to see it better because my hand wouldn't be in the way, and now I'm just putting this hand in the way instead. I think that's getting somewhere. I do. Oh, that doesn't connect. This one or that one? Let me know in the comments below. That's too much. I think this is still better somehow. I sort of don't mind that like you don't initially realize that it's a book, because then it's kind of like, then you see it and you're like, oh, it's a book. So you'll notice, I usually don't jump into Illustrator like the very first minute that I kind of have a decent idea. There's more room for like sort of tangential and out of the box thinking when you kind of have like the physical thing in front of you. Woo! That's getting there. I think that's sort of getting a little bit more bookishness. You notice the that little area in the back that kind of like opens up as the book folds out, you know? Maybe I'll do a couple more variations on that theme and then jump into Illustrator. So I think I'm ready to take a photo of one of these bad boys, chuck it into Illustrator. I don't really know exactly which direction I kind of want to take this in yet, but we can work that out later in Illustrator, so no worries. So I've just snapped a couple of pictures of those designs with my phone. Slap it in. That's already looking pretty similar to the sketch, which is good. So let's jump back, grab this shape. It's another reason why you should always like have like a running page of all the shit that I've done. When you like want to go back and grab a little shape that you've used so that you can use the same shape in the next part of your design, it's all like there. It's all the kind of lineage of the design that you're making. It's not really looking that good. Oh well, push through, push through. I have to take a dump. I thought the camera was on, so I was talking to it for like 5 minutes. Where was I? Yes, I went and took a dump. That was very interesting. When I came back, filled with insight, I realized that this was just way too thin. I'm not really liking that at all. And also these kind of lines here are looking pretty shit. Obviously I haven't done them properly and they're kind of half-assed and the edges are still sharp and whatever. It's just not really doing that much. So I made the line much thicker, which I think helps kind of just give it that bolder sort of iconic look rather than this sort of like sketchy look. So I'm gonna stick down that path and stay real simple, I think. That looks worse. I'm kind of dreading editing this video. Half of this is me just like staring at lines and going, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that. Do not mind it. Oh, my camera's about to die. Welcome back, guys. I've spent the last sort of hour and a half while the battery was charging on the logo. Let me talk you through where we're kind of at the moment. So I took this one and I sort of tried to clean that up a little bit, and then I tried putting in the little thingo in the center there, which was, I don't know, not really working. Cleaned up this little thing and I made all the shapes the same and then like duplicated them around in a circle. And then I was sort of experimenting with this idea that I had before about notches, which sort of look like little breaks in the pages. I think this is my favorite one of those. without the eye. The eye looks kind of retarded, but then it also doesn't really make sense symmetry wise for there only to be notches on the bottom half. Sort of obvious that I've done that to achieve the shape of the face rather than it being part of the book. I kind of realized here, like early on, I had the backs of the book and stuff. I had that in a thicker stroke because I sort of wanted to make that more dominant in the hierarchy. But then looking back here, it kind of ends up looking like a sort of headset or something that the dude's wearing. So I've gone down here, I made it the same and then beefed it up a little bit. And I think from a distance, that kind of looks better because everything is consistent. Maybe the book is a little less reinforced. I think just visually that was kind of necessary just to make it all gel a little bit better. So that's where we're at the moment. Finishing touches will be like refining the aspects of the face and getting them like spot on. That'll be kind of what makes the logo. So without further ado, let's jump in. All right, that's looking all right. Although, to be honest, I think that's better. Fuck. All right, let's start again. I kept going for a little bit while my battery was charging. No, the memory card was full. That's right. Gives you a little insight into how much footage I have to go through later on. I just kind of suddenly had this idea. Up until now, I'd kind of been like boxing myself into having the logo be just one color. And while that is usually a good kind of principle, it did occur to me that the Facebook logo is never really going to be seen in a printed format. And so it's never actually going to have to be printed in a one color print. I might be able to sort of do something interesting using the different colors that might make the face and the book kind of differentiate a little bit better. As you can see here, so I just thought that was like really quick. It gives a nice like book sensation that you're not really getting in just the full black version. Anyway, so I thought I'd bust the SD card back in. I am well and truly ready to be done with this challenge. It's 8 o'clock at night and I started this at like 1. Okie doke.
Take a moment
because there's no spikes in that one there.
me.
So shut the fuck up.
Inhale.
Without the stroke there, need this to be brought out a little bit further. So let's just go ahead and do that. So it sort of seems like in this version, those little spike thingos serve no fucking purpose at all. And don't really make the logo look any better. Yeah, see that one looks fucking better than those other two. I'm so fucked. Let's just grab that and just fuck with this one for a while. I mean, it's quite bookish. What's stopping it from being more bookish is the nose. I'm gonna have one more shot at doing the slit with the eye. It seems weird. It's like I like the slits and they do make it look somewhat bookish. But why are they on the one side? Doesn't make any sense. Let's try it again. Oh god, that's fucking awful. Let's try one up here again. I think this is getting somewhere, dog. This is looking more and more book-like. It's literally all about how much time you spend slaving away at the little shit and then eventually it all fucking clicks together and you're like, whoa. Right now I think I'm just pre-click, you know? Yeah, see that looks like a fucking book. Let's not get carried away. Let's, actually, yeah, fuck it. Let's get carried away. Okay, here's the moment of truth. I'm praying to God that looks a lot like a book. You know what? I think we fucking did it. Yep, I'm happy with that. Let's call it. I'm going to kind of fix up the colors a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that 99% of the way there. I'm so pumped about that. It's starting to fucking hurt my brain, so. All right, I'm gonna probably do some mock-ups of this new logo in place. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you want to see more logo redesigns. I'm excited to do more of these, even though it has been a long process. I feel like what we came up with, you were a part of this, was pretty sick. Be sure to tweet Mark Zuckerberg, hit Zuck up and tell him to use this logo for a day. Let me know in the comments what you think, what you would change, what you do, all that good stuff, and what you want me to redesign next time, what logo you would like to see redesigned. Yeah, give it a like, whatever, all that jazz. Unsubscribe. I'll see you next time.
Motherfucker.